this is what's going on. This is how this works. These are the buttons that you press, and this makes it stupid simple. I said, you guys have to do this every single night. I've got a nighttime manager that makes sure that everyone does their whip around. I've got a daytime manager, make sure everyone does their whip around. And if they do not do their whip around, I get a notification like within 30 minutes of when their shift is supposed to start that they have not completed it. And if I have to see it, someone's getting an ass chewing. Yeah, so our company, we've got two companies, well, technically three all in one. We've got one which is a repossession company that we run. We've got a transportation company that we run. And then we also got a kind of like a general towing company. The Northwest Recovery side of things has been in business for 45, 50 years or something like that. So the repossession fleet started, yeah, about 2007, 2008. I've been here since August of 2009. We have 24 pieces of equipment. This is tow trucks, flatbeds, and then we also put all of our spotter cars on there. We spent, a boatload of money on all these brand new cars, and if something goes wrong with it, we want to know who to keep accountable for it. One day we got pulled over by a state trooper, and he said our DOT numbers didn't match. And that's when we were like, okay, we need to take a look at what's going on, because we had to go out there with another tow truck and tow our own truck away. We ended up contacting a company that does a lot of DOT compliance stuff that's around us, just to kind of give us like a mock audit. So in the event that we did get audited by the DOT, because at that time we were looking at our safer score, and it was way up there. Like it was not in good shape. Like we were damn near getting ready to get shut down by the state or by DOT. So originally we were doing like the paper logs, and then trying to have the mechanic repair everything was just it was a friggin' nightmare, because you had no way of tracking everything that was going on unless you just had these like giant paper logs of just like, we basically had a wall that was set up with each vehicle number, and we had like the list of things that needed to be fixed on each one of them. And when we looked at the wall one day, we're like, there is no way that we need to be running any of these trucks right now. I kind of started looking around at some alternative options that were out there. Saw Whip Around. I was like, okay, this looks cool. Researched you guys for probably about 3 weeks before I dove in on it. I watched a couple of YouTube videos, saw a couple other people that were already using it. I was like, this looks like a good viable option. It's the way that your guys' product really coincides with us, helps us out a lot, is a lot of the DOT compliance that we have to face on a daily basis. Having the ability to actually have all these pre-trip inspections, it not only helps us keep up on all of our trucks as far as like the maintenance side of things, but also accountability. With the industry that we're in, damage is bound to happen to our equipment. It's really helpful for us to hold accountable the driver that actually created the damage on the vehicle. So that way we can get everything corrected and get the vehicle back up to par right away. It's extremely helpful with us with a lot, like I said, the DOT compliance stuff, because tow trucks in general, or trucking in our area in general, gets pulled over a lot. Especially here in Illinois, state sees a company vehicle, they're going to pull it over, they're going to make sure everything's all good to go on it. Having Whip Around in here now, being able to keep our trucks in the up and up, keep them at 100%, we're getting pulled over less. The few times that they have pulled us over as of recently, we're always passing with flying colors. Trucks are up to par, drivers are up to par, everything is 100%. So they don't even mess with us anymore, which is extremely beneficial to us, because it brings our safer score to a much lower level. We're totally compliant. We don't have any infringements on the drivers. There's no infringements on the trucks, which not only improves our insurance rates, we get better insurance that's up there, that's saving us thousands, tens of thousands of dollars every single year. Everyone likes it because it created a lot of accountability, not only between the drivers, but then for our in-house mechanic as well. Because we had a previous mechanic, didn't like the technology, he didn't want to be involved with it. He was just like, he liked having his 4,000 notebooks. Now that we've got a way to keep the mechanic accountable, he's on top of it. And the crew that's out there absolutely love it. Like, I mean, just as an example, a couple days ago, I had one of my drivers that, put a thing out there on Whip Around saying, hey, truck's a little low on coolant, can you top it off? That night when the driver went to go hop into the truck, not only was the coolant topped off, but he had a little note in there from the mechanic saying, hey, coolant's been topped off, just checked your brakes, checked everything else out, your truck's in tip-top shape, have yourself a good night. That's a good start to your night. Helped us out a lot. I mean, this is just one less thing that I got to worry about, so I don't got to stress about it. I can focus on another problem. So thank you guys for such an awesome product.